Hey guys, my name is Shazune, and today I'm going to be doing a video answering random questions that people don't normally ask you. I do ask, however, that you apologize for the video rendering in the background. I hope that's not super distracting. But basically, I just went on Google and, typed in like random questions people never ask. So I figured it'd be fun to give you my honest answers to some of these questions. I'm not sure how many I want to do. I think there's a ton of them on here, so I'm just gonna kind of pick and choose. So I hope you learn a little bit about me today, and let's start with the questions. Okay, number one, what would be harder for you, to tell someone you love them or to tell them you don't love them back? That's hard. I'd have to say to tell them that I don't love them back. If I love someone, I have never been one to kind of be shy to tell them that. I've always said, I'm trying to think actually, have I ever been the first one to say I love you? I feel like I have. I just can't think of any specific things, but I am not very shy to tell someone that they don't, that I love them. However, to tell somebody that I don't love them back, I don't. If someone tells me they love me, I have to say I love them back. I know that's a horrible thing, and I hope my husband doesn't see this and be like, wait a minute, you just said it because you felt like you had to. That's not the case with him, but I felt kind of pressured in situations, and I kind of just wanted to avoid an awkward situation, although I probably made the situation more awkward after I told him that I loved him when I didn't. I don't know, but I would definitely feel way worse and way more awkward telling someone that I didn't love them back. This is really random. Would you give a homeless person CPR if they were dying? I'd give anyone CPR if they were dying. I just don't know how. That's something that I've actually always wanted to learn, was like the Heimlich and CPR. Now that, being a mom, I really don't know what to do if my child was ever to choke on something. I want to learn before she starts crawling and eating more solid foods and stuff, but I don't handle stressful situations like that very well. I tend to just kind of panic, and my mom calls me an ostrich because I always stick my head in the sand in not literally, but in really stressful situations. I don't handle them well, and I tend to just kind of run away from the situation. So I feel like if it was just me there and it was like someone dying and I had to do something, then sure, but someone else is there, I kind of look at them first. It's awful. I'm a horrible person. Number 3, what makes you bored? Not having company makes me bored. It's funny because today my daughter is being babysat by one of the grandmothers, and I was like, oh, not like yes, like my daughter is gone, but like yay, I get to record a bunch of videos. Monday is my recording videos day. I get to do some housework. I get to paint her bureau without any interruptions. It's nice, but I'm like, oh my god, I miss her. Like, I really like company. I really like being around a lot of people. Not a lot of people, but even one person. I like being around people, and just what makes me bored is just staying at home and watching TV. Some people might think that's awesome and they relax, but I don't like to relax. I don't like to just lie down and watch TV. I have to constantly be active and being productive, and just not even necessarily being productive, but like watching YouTube videos. I have to just keep my mind going. Otherwise I go absolutely stir crazy. I hate being stuck in the house. Next question, what is your favorite four-legged creature and why? White tigers have always been my favorite. Well, not always, but currently is my favorite animal. I just think they're so gorgeous. Like, I love tigers and lions to begin with, but something about the white one just makes it look so, like, just pure and just beautiful. I don't know why, but a white tiger is my favorite four-legged creature. Do I like spicy food and why? No, because it's hot. I don't like anything spicy. It's the worst. I can't handle hot foods. I don't enjoy hot foods. I'm like, it's kind of torture. It really is. I don't like it. Are you old-fashioned? maybe in some situations or opinions, but really no. I'll use the example of like women's roles and stuff. Again, me and my mom were actually having a discussion the other day about Disney princesses and how they're all becoming a little bit more independent and they don't really need a man. Now, my mom is very old-fashioned in the sense that she likes the whole like Prince Charming has to come visit them and save them and get them out of that situation, where I can't stand that. I don't like Cinderella at all because of that one reason. I'm like, lady, you can leave. I'm not like, I wouldn't call me like an extreme feminist, but I do believe like, you know, I got hair in my mouth. Wow. Okay. Women can fend for themselves and they really don't need a man. I like the fact that women want to have men. You know, they want their husbands, they want their boyfriends. But the fact that some women believe that they need a man is just, I don't know, we're getting into a whole nother situation here. But going back to the original question, I just feel like, you know, a woman can save herself, where my mom's definitely more old-fashioned. I'm very open-minded in a lot of different, my voice is changing. Okay. I am very open-minded in a lot of situations. I believe, you know, as long as you're doing what makes you happy in life and you're not hurting anyone else doing it, then nobody has the right to say it. Like I was thinking today, I was worried about the way I was dressing because I was showing a tiny bit of midriff. I actually ended up just changing my outfit. But I was like worried that I was going to get negative comments from older people, and I was like, why do I care? Like, if you're not wearing it, what gives you the right to say something? If I'm not hurting you, if I'm not being inappropriate, you know what I mean? We're getting way off subject. Next question. Something or someone you miss the most from childhood. I don't know, like I went through so many friends. Actually, this is a good one. When I used to live in one town in Massachusetts, and now I live in New Hampshire. But when I was in Massachusetts, I was actually a very popular girl. I had a lot of friends. You know, I got along with everybody. I wasn't shy. I was a very outgoing little girl. And when I moved, I felt very awkward. Like everything changed. I went from one pole to the next. It was just completely different. I was very antisocial. All my friends were, you know, not in that school anymore, and I had a very, very tough time meeting friends. You know, all throughout middle school. I moved when I was in like 5th grade, so from 5th grade till I graduated high school, or even some of college, I had a really hard time making friends. And I made friends, but most of them have drifted away. Like I have 2 friends, Taylor and Jordan, who are still friends with me, but you know, like the really, really, really close friends that I was with when I was younger, they just kind of disappeared for one reason or the other. I'm actually just starting to get in touch with a girl that I used to be friends with a really long time ago, which I'm excited about because now we're both mothers and we want to get together again. Nothing happened between us, we just kind of drifted apart. We had different friends. But I miss pretty much like all the really close relationships I had, and I don't really know what went wrong in a lot of them. So I guess that's what I miss most. I have been congested for like 3 weeks straight. I'm not even kidding. Next question. Are you usually late, early, or right on time? I'm all 3. I don't like being late, but I also don't panic if I'm like 5 minutes late. I try to be early, but most of the time I'm right on time. I don't like getting somewhere too early because then I kind of just feel awkward either sitting or standing there, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. I kind of like to wait until like it starts so I don't have a lot of like leeway time to do nothing. I like getting there right as something is about to start. That way I waste no time and I just, you know, go and do whatever I needed to do, and then I'm off on my day. Are you happy with your life for the most part right now? I am. I definitely am. You know, now I'm married, I'm a wife. I love my husband to pieces and he loves me to pieces. I have my daughter, which I could not have asked for a better gift in the entire world. I love her to death. Do anything for that girl. The only thing that I would really change is, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, ever since I was a little girl, I've always wanted to be known. Not necessarily like famous, but I definitely wanted to get my name out there. I don't like living as a nobody. And I've always just struggled getting my name out there. And so with like my career and everything, I've always wanted to get into high fashion, but I'm not tall enough. But I really wanted to make this modeling thing like be a big thing for me. I really want to travel. I want to do all this stuff, and I've always been very discouraged by a career like that because I always feel like I'm not pretty enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not talented enough, whatever it is. Literally, like, you've heard this a million times, you're your own worst critic. As you see, I seriously think I have like a speech impediment because I stutter quite a bit. But it makes me very self-conscious, and it feels like I always compare my work to somebody else's, and I'm like, oh, theirs is way better, I better not even try or post this or whatever. So I'm happy with my family life at the moment and my like status at the moment, but career-wise, I'm not where I want to be. You can have one of the following two things: trust or love. Wow, that is a real deep question. Trust or love, I feel like they kind of go hand in hand though. Let me kind of break these down. So having trust would, you know, I obviously get to trust people with my secrets. I get to tell them all this stuff. And then love, you know, like, is it, I mean, I feel like without trust there can't be that much love, right? I don't know, I would probably have to choose love, just because I really just love the feeling of being wanted, being loved and stuff. I mean, trust obviously is a huge factor in love, but I don't know, that's too hard of a question, my brain hurts. Tell me about someone you envy. That's a good question. That actually goes back to the question I answered just a minute ago about not being like well known and stuff. I have always wanted to be on stage, like in front of a million people, doing whatever I'm doing. And I have been so envious of it. Like whenever I go to a concert and I'm like, that looks so much fun, being up there, and I love, I've been on stage a couple times obviously for like itty bitty crowds, but I love the feeling of it. And I don't know, I envy the fact that they get the chance to go up there. It's just like amazing to me. I can't even imagine the adrenaline rush that you get up there, and I would love for the opportunity to do that someday. So not necessarily someone, but like I saw Eric Church and Taylor Swift in concert, and I was just like, I want to be up there, but then, you know, security would get involved and all that fun stuff. Tell me about something you've achieved. I'm trying to think. I mean, obviously, besides my daughter, it was my biggest achievement so far. But the achievement before that, one of the things I was most proud of is being able to buy my first house when I was 19 years old. My parents were co-signers because besides, you know, a car insurance bill, a phone bill, and a credit card bill, that's all the payments I ever had. So to be accepted for a house was pretty difficult without a lot of credit history. So they had to co-sign to kind of give them like, okay, if she doesn't pay, they're gonna pay. Like I didn't have enough proof that I was gonna pay my bills. But it was just a great achievement, and I'm still reminded of that every single day when people are like, how old were you when you bought your house? And most people are like, oh, a condo, a townhouse, an apartment. I'm like, no, like a 2-story house. But like to me, I've gotten so used to it, and I feel like it's not abnormal anymore. But like I said, I'm reminded constantly that that was a great achievement, and I don't mean to brag, but I'm going to brag. Because I'm just really proud of that, and I think I deserve to be proud of something. So, do I like chocolate? I love chocolate. I love chocolate. I love 100 Grand bars. Those are so good. Do I like rainy days or snowy winter days more? Actually, ironically, it's a little bit of both today. Like the snow on the ground, but it's raining. I would definitely take a rainy day over a snowy day. However, rain can be really obnoxious when it's just like drizzling. I need like torrential downpour with thunder and I'm staying inside and don't have to go anywhere kind of rainy day. Tell me about something you really regret. I picked this question because I talked about this a little while ago, but I want to give this to you guys, and I feel like this is going to be the last question because I might go into depth with this question. I don't want this video to be like a half hour long, which probably is. But the one thing that I regret is my cousin who passed away probably, oh god, when did she pass away? 2009, I want to say, so a lot of years, 5 years or 6 years, almost, whatever. It was like 5 or 6 years ago, and she was really sick with leukemia, and she kept, going in and out of the hospital. This is always how it works. But she asked me to go to the movies with her, and I knew we weren't sure how much time she had left. It was kind of iffy with the cancer and stuff. It kept coming back, and like then she would get sick with something else. And it was just a mess, and I never took the opportunity to go to the movies with her, and I never really got close to her. She was kind of always like the older cousin to me that thought I was like the annoying little cousin. And then she ended up passing away, and I never ever got that opportunity to see the movie with her. And I regret it so much. Even to this day, I'm like, man, like I really should have just gone to the movies. We would have had a great time. It would have been a great memory. And now I will never ever ever get that opportunity again. So now that if I know that someone in my family, like my Nana's really sick right now, if I know that someone in my family probably isn't going to be around for much longer, I really want to make it a priority to go see them. Like I really need to see her like, soon. I need to thank her for the Christmas gifts, and I need to see her. But I just kind of make it a priority, and I try to put them first over me because I really don't want to miss the opportunity like I did with my cousin Diamond, with my Nana or whoever else is gonna pass away. So okay guys, sorry to end the video on kind of a depressing note, but I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a thumbs up. You can also subscribe if you don't want to miss any new videos. Leave down in the comments any other random questions that you might have for me. I really like making these Q&A videos, and I would love to answer any questions that you're curious about me. It can be really anything. I'll answer the appropriate ones, so make it count when you leave your comments. And other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!